Hey folks, it's we. You're about to hear some crazy news. First, Dogecoin is capped. Yeah, it's capped, and no one knew about it. Second, there is a legal process underway that could put Dogecoin in the same basket as Bitcoin and thus become the second fully regulated cryptocurrency that businesses and perhaps even governments will be able to adopt without fear of repercussions. Third, Elon Musk's X will finally have a free hand when it comes to Dogecoin after the US Department of Justice sued Apple for standing in the way of the implementation of cryptocurrencies on applications. Actually, there is a lot more to it than that, so let's start with the Apple problem. The Justice Department, joined by 16 other state and district attorneys general, filed a civil antitrust lawsuit against Apple for monopolization or attempted monopolization of smartphone markets in violation of Section 2 of the Sherman Act. The DOJ alleges that Apple uses its dominant position to extract more money from various parties and prevents the development of crypto apps, products and services that could reduce dependence on iPhones, promote compatibility with other platforms, and lower costs for consumers and developers. Apple eliminated alternative payment systems and imposed a 30% fee on apps and in-apps purchases despite not being the app developer. For example, if you have an X account, you probably know that if you buy premium and pay for it through web, the price will be $8 per month. And if you use an iPhone, the same premium will cost you $11. If you buy Premium Plus, the original price is $16 and Apple takes an extra $6 on top of that, $22. So Apple wanted a piece of pie, which is obviously unfairly large, but as far as Dogecoin on X is concerned, there is an additional problem. Apple does not allow cryptocurrencies, insisting only on fiat in their payment system, which made it impossible for apps to integrate crypto. Back in April 2022, when he announced the purchase of Twitter, Elon Musk said that he had plans to introduce a Dogecoin payment option on the platform. In this particular conversation you're seeing, Elon was talking about Twitter Blue, which is now called Premium. But Elon planned for Dogecoin to be used for all payments, including subscription payments to creator accounts and tipping and so on. As you know, that hasn't happened yet. The assumption is that Elon, when he saw how Apple was stopping it, wanted to wait until Twitter, now X, got the money transmitter licenses from all the states of America to finally introduce Dogecoin to his platform. But getting those permits is a long process. Some lawyers claim that it takes minimum 2 years. Elon began collecting licenses almost immediately after buying Twitter and currently has obtained from 22. So he's only halfway there. Now, if this DOJ lawsuit proves that Apple is abusing its market position and the authorities force the company to change its policy, then X will be able to introduce Dogecoin earlier. Of course, on the condition that this court process is completed within a reasonable time. Now, let's talk about the fact that Dogecoin is capped and its maximum supply is 21 trillion coins. If that sounds like a lot, let me show you this. There is currently $37 trillion worth of money in the world. Actually 85 trillion if you count money that cannot be easily tracked. So even if all 21 trillion Dogecoins were minted now, it would not be enough for the normal functioning of the world economy. And the last Dogecoin will be minted in 6,100. This whole story started from one of a series of discussions on X about Dogecoin's supply being infinite. Some saw it as a problem, some saw it as an advantage, considering that Dogecoin is a currency. Anyway, Jimmy, this guy, the host of the Real Shibas podcast, was told by the pesky devil devs that Dogecoin was capped. And we were all like, what? Well, it's not clear who the jokingly named pesky devil devs are. My suspicion is that Jimmy is talking about the awesome Patrick Lauder, who has been developing and maintaining Dogecoin since the beginning, and junior developer whose junior shouldn't fool you. Not because he's not a junior, but because he has the knowledge of a couple of seniors. If this had happened to any other coin, its community would have gone into a serious discussion about the ecosystem, coinomics, the meaning of life, and the like. But since it happened to Crazy Doge, we were as usual at the same level of, craziness. So instead of talking about the impact of this new knowledge on Dogecoin's position on the market, Patrick mentioned that by February 7th, 2106, we should fix the size of the block header time, whatever that is, and the best Dogecoin influencer ever, Misha Bor, volunteered to remind him at the beginning of 2105. So, okay, we are okay. Yeah, we are good. This whole Dogecoin is kept story is so interesting that I even asked Dogecoin creator Billy Markus about it. Wait, that came as a part of this story where Coinbase is seeking Dogecoin futures certification from the CFTC. I'll explain why this is so important. Coinbase applied for a certificate for Dogecoin futures, but none of us knew it. That was on March 7th. It was only the other day that Summers Singh, an account on X, revealed that he stumbled upon that information. But that Dogecoin will have futures is not the central theme of this. I mean, futures are cool, although Doge doesn't need them because it's a currency. The dollar, euro, British pound also have them, so it's okay that Doge has that too. It will attract institutional money, it can even have quite an impact on the price, both on its rise and fall. The important part of this is that Coinbase is seeking certification from the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. If you are at all familiar with the SEC's war on cryptocurrencies, you know that they are trying to classify all crypto as securities. So, Gary Gensler and the SEC are trying to force cryptocurrencies to be registered before creation, like stocks. The SEC is currently trying to classify Ethereum as a security, while the Ethereum Foundation is under investigation. The only crypto that is classified as a commodity is Bitcoin, and thus it is currently the only crypto that is regulated. Since Dogecoin is an indirect fork of Bitcoin, Dogecoin and Bitcoin actually share 80% of the same code. Only some parameters have been changed, such as the aforementioned supply. Bitcoin is capped at 21 million, and now we know that Dogecoin is capped at 21 trillion. I'm still laughing. Seriously, I was laughing all day about the fact that none of us knew this cap existed. While reading Coinbase's certificate application, I found this part where Coinbase informs CFTC about the characteristics of Dogecoin, where it says, unlike Bitcoin or Litecoin, Dogecoin does not have a cap on the total supply of coins. So I told Coinbase on X that we found out Dogecoin has a cap. I don't know, maybe they want to change the incorrect information they provided in the app. And I asked Billy Markus if he knew there would only be 21 trillion coins. He said, I didn't, but it makes sense. And he said that while laughing. Of course we know what he means. Doge is a totally amazing coin that managed against all expectations, not only to survive, but to last 11 years and be in the top 10. Elon Musk keeps saying that Dogecoin will be the world currency because fate loves irony and the most interesting outcome is the most likely. But the fact that for more than 10 years, no one knew that Dogecoin's supply was limited, including its creator, exceeds all limits of irony. Okay, let's go back to Coinbase, CFTC, and Dogecoin futures. So, the SEC is trying to bring crypto under its control, and Coinbase is applying with the CFTC to have Dogecoin, like Bitcoin, classified as a commodity. The SEC, of course, has the right to object, but considering that, as we said, Dogecoin is the same as Bitcoin, they have the same protocol and were created the same way, the SEC will have a problem proving that they have authority over Dogecoin. If this passes as commodity futures with the CFTC, Dogecoin will cease to be in danger, and therefore institutions, businesses, and even countries will be able to accept it as a means of payment or for some other variant, derivatives. So, I gave you all the extremely good news, and I don't know, subscribe for more.